Good evening and thank you for joining us for the second edition of UBC News Tonight on this 21st of June 2026. With me, Maureen Babirye. In our first report tonight, UPDF troops deployed in Somalia under the African Union Support and Stabilization Mission have been challenged to protect and strengthen the security gains registered in the Babirye subsector. The appeal was made by the commander of Battle Group 45, Colonel Justus Mosenene, during a visit to soldiers stationed at Seaport and Babirye Knoll forward operating bases. The visit was to assess the welfare, morale and operational preparedness of the troops. Colonel Mosenene commended them for the dedication and sacrifice in maintaining peace and stability in Somalia. He encouraged them to remain alert despite the demanding operational environment. He also urged the troops to serve with the spirit of Pan-Africanism as they contribute to regional peace and security. The commander stressed that discipline, professionalism and strong comradeship are key pillars for sustaining operational effectiveness and achieving mission success. Meanwhile, the commanding officer of the 145th Infantry Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel Geoffrey Ochan, called upon the troops to adhere to awesome standing operating procedures and uphold the values and reputation of the UPDF. Colonel Mosenene was accompanied by the senior officers from the Battle Group 45 and the forward operating bases, who also interacted with the troops during the inspection. Now in more news, the residents of Bukakata and surrounding fish communities in the Greater Masakaya region have raised alarm over alleged land grabbing, illegal evictions and unlawful fishing practices. This follows a fact-finding visit by the Special Presidential Assistant on Anti-Corruption, Rebecca Atwine.
The Special President Assistant on Anti-Corruption, Rebecca Atwine, has said President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni had received complaints from residents, including allegations of illegal land eviction in the Jubilee Forest Reserve, and claims that some illegal fishing operations are protected by security personnel.
We are here to investigate a lot of matters. There's a forest here, it's a forest reserve, and people have been unfairly removed, their properties destroyed. As they have been complaining, they have been made vagabonds in their own country. There's unfairness and illegality with the fishing activities, that those engaged in illegal fishing are protected by the security. And all these people are watching and they are saying, why is the law being discriminative? That if someone breaks the law, they are punished to deter the rest from doing it. But the challenge comes in if the people who are breaking the law, and people are witnesses to this breaking of the law, if these people get on with it, it means at the end of the day, we are encouraging a lawless country.
Rebecca noted that the President remains committed to fighting corruption and ensuring that programs like the Parish Development Model, Emyoga and Operation Wealth Creation benefit ordinary Ugandans without interference.
Corruption keep, sabotaging these activities. They keep fighting his efforts. And we are saying, no, this must stop. We are here cooperating with all the residents of this place, and they're saying they are tired of corruption, they are tired of lawlessness, and we are saying, yes, we hear you, and the President hears you, and he has committed in this term to fight corruption out of Uganda in order to pave a way for socio-economic transformation.
Earlier Member of Parliament Sala Babirye said residents have suffered intimidation, threats and loss of livelihoods.
A lot. They are being intimidated, they are being threatened, they have lost all their land, they have lost they have lost their people on the lake, in the forest, in the hands of one Richard Chimera. I'm so excited that at least today, when we requested the President to look into our matter, to investigate this issue, he finally sent a team to come and investigate the matter, and I am hopeful that it will be handled.
Meanwhile, local leaders also called for urgent investigations into alleged land title acquisition.
Some squatters which were there and who had spent almost 30 years, and the bona fide occupants, some of them were there, before the constitution was enacted in 1995. So now these people, when they get that land and change it to freehold, they come and evacuate all the people who have been there.
Richard indeed is the chairperson NRM of the sub-county, but the way he's mistreating the people, he is deteriorating the image of NRM.
Michael Bakablendi for UBC News.
Government is supporting Mukono district to develop varieties of coffee and cocoa. The Director, National Coffee Resources Research Institute, Dr. Geoffrey Adinaitwe, says the focus is on breeding drought-resilient coffee and cocoa seedlings for farmers.
Government is supporting the National Coffee Resources Research Institute in Mukono district to breed more coffee and cocoa varieties.
Coffee and cocoa are very important crops in Uganda. Coffee alone brings in 80 trillion shillings in the economy of Uganda. It's such an important crop. It employs over 12 million people along the value chain, and about 4 million households actually grow coffee in Uganda. So this is an important crop where government really always invests money for continuity, but today we are here actually to invest money in research. So, and you know that research supports the development arm of this crop.
The government is putting much more resources, for example in coffee. They are financing the coffee seed system. Under the coffee seed system, even cocoa seedlings are involved, is to make sure that farmers get high quality seedlings in the neighborhood where they stay. What I mean, that the seedlings are produced in cocoa coffee producing regions. Currently, the government is promoting production of quality seedlings in zone agricultural research institutes. For example, Mbarara Zadi, Kachweka Nozadi, Abizadi in West Nile, and Ngeta in Lango, and Kamenyamigo in the central region, to make sure that farmers within the coffee and cocoa producing regions have easy access to high quality seedlings. Quality seedlings is the foundation for high quality production, and through seedling, that's when new varieties are distributed to farmers.
Under the Coffee and Cocoa Commodity Value Chain Climate Smart Seed Systems project, farmers will access quality seedlings.
To be able to multiply the foundation seed, which will be sent to the nursery operators, and the nursery operators will be able to sell it to the private citizens. Those are the end users, those are the farmers in Uganda. So the project builds on the government programs like PDM, aimed at alleviating poverty within the country.
This is a crop that can be grown in most parts of Uganda. This is a crop that has very high value. Director was saying, if you have 4 acres, what you need is to open a bank account. But even with cocoa, with a quarter an acre, you better open 2 bank accounts. I'm telling you, even if the crop drops to 5,000 shillings a kilo, you still make money. The beauty about cocoa, which we are discovering now, is that if you make the soil damp, you get it, you apply manure, you do pruning. And Emma Kaozi here has been helping us a lot in training, and Job Chemutai here with permission from Director. They have been coming to train our farmers. You can harvest that crop throughout the year, once every 2 weeks.
The goal of the Coffee and Cocoa Commodity Value Chain Climate Smart Seed Systems project is to strengthen the coffee and cocoa seed systems through developing and disseminating quality planting materials.
Now, a Ugandan medical researcher, Joseph Kawoya Kasumba, based in Canada, has commended Uganda for its outstanding expertise in preventing and managing infectious disease outbreaks, including Ebola, malaria, and other public health threats. Take a look.
Thank the government of Uganda and the Ministry of Health, plus the President of Uganda, for fighting Ebola. to be honest, Uganda has no breeding place for Ebola. Ebola has been imported to Uganda, and the cases have been traced according to the Ministry of Health, according to the Ugandan government. So now Uganda is almost Ebola free. Uganda has been fighting diseases since the COVID-19, fighting malaria and also Ebola, and Uganda has been winning and should be taken as a role model. So we call upon the international government, I mean the international organization, even the government around the world, to release the restrictions which were put in place for curbing people who are traveling, like Canada and USA. That Uganda is being penalized for nothing, because Uganda has been one of the countries which has been announcing publicly to prevent diseases.
The Lions Club of Kampala Central has emphasized humanitarian service and community development. This was during election of a new board of leaders who reaffirmed commitment. Take a look.
Building a strong foundation established by previous leaders and maintaining continuity in service programs was a key issue raised. The new leadership would focus on strengthening existing projects while exploring new opportunities.
We are going into the installation ceremony. I'd like to know, and the rest of us who are here, whether the elected members of your board.
This was during the meeting where Dr. Kiza Hilary was elected president for Lions Club of Kampala Central.
This year to begin important projects, and we have developed a strategic plan, and we are now in the year of building the Children's Health Center hospital.
The chief guest, Dr. Babirye, emphasized the volunteerism and community engagement in addressing social challenges.
But we also know that we are here for a cause, and that is service.
Meanwhile, members of the Mukono Host Lions Club have ushered in a new leadership team with the installation of Fortunate Nduwera Lubega as club president during a ceremony marked by renewed commitment to community service and humanitarian action.
We want to thank you so much for giving honor to this ceremony and attending the installation ceremony for the 6th/7th president of Lions Club of Mukono.
Note that you need to have a lot to give. I know you have those extra books at school, but there's someone who doesn't have books. You have extra sweaters, but there's that person who doesn't have a sweater. There are those clothes you have, but you're not using them.
Benon Mukwaya, Stephen Kayumba, UBC.
Communities of Karimujongs and Turkana have been urged to promote peaceful coexistence for sustainable development and also use livestock to transform their lives. This was during Caroline Angolele, the Presidential Assistant on Political Affairs, traditional marriage in Rupa Sub-County, Moroto District. The function was attended by officials from Central Government of Kenya and Uganda. Over 300 animals were given as dowry by Turkana in-laws.
Peace is at the heart of Karamoja, and peaceful coexistence leads to development. Family and friends of Presidential Assistant on Political Affairs, Caroline Angolele, and Jacob Namlengu Narengo, a Turkana Kenyan national working in Central Government of Kenya, have witnessed a traditional marriage in Rupa Sub-County, where communities were tasked to promote peaceful coexistence and use livestock to transform their communities.
We are managed to keep the peace. I want to thank the UPDF that has maintained and continued to protect us. I want to thank the government of Kenya that has continued using the KDL to protect the people in this region. I was appointed as the president to promote aftercare, to promote peace, to promote East Africa integration, to
support culture, to support our people in socio-economic transformation.
Among the Karimojong, marriage is a mild state rite of passage centered around exchange of livestock for bride price. It begins with visiting the bride's family, then a negotiation ceremony.
Someone to do that, and he wants to marry. He has to come with the elders in the family of the dad. He tells the people that he wants to marry the dad. And then, after preparing, then they come again to negotiate with the parents of the dad the number of the people who are supposed to benefit the cows. And then they tell the man, this man, the number of the cows. It depends on the number of people. It depends on the number of people who are supposed to get cows.
A function to give out cows is conducted. It is attended by family and friends from the bride and the groom's side. Cows are considered a source of wealth through livestock exchange for bride price. The girl's parents get 10 cows each. Her siblings, uncles, aunties and friends are given.
If the father has even how many women, all have friends of the mother also will get, the friends of the father also will get, and the friends of the girl also will get.
Brothers will get 5 cows. The closest brothers, not, and then the first brother and the second will get 6 or 5, and then the other small brother will get 1 cow.
If the elder sister is not officially married, she's given 1 cow instead of 10.
Has been married, she will get 10 cows. Now she will get her cow.
200 cows, 130 goats and 34 camels were paid as dowry by Angolere's husband, Narengo. Angolere's friends, NRM Secretary General Richard Todong, Director of Finance Medina Naham, among others, were given animals. Meanwhile, if the father of the girl did not marry the mother traditionally, he gets only 1 cow, and most of the animals go to the mother's side.
Each cow. When the not cow and his now all the children will go to where the mother comes from.
I'm Benon Mukwaya with Maureen Iga for UBC.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omuliro nguwulira muli mu mutima kukankana like drums. Kalakata, kalakata, enendungu ya kusabula. Mikono free of fire, free of fire, free of fire.
In a fast-moving world, why are we still stuck with paperwork? Signing here, stamping there, moving from office to office. It's exhausting. Now, there's a better way. With UG Pass, you can securely prove your identity, sign documents, and access government services anytime, anywhere. No delays, no stress. Everything is instant, safe, secure, and government-backed. UG Pass, your identity secured. Available on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. UG Pass is a product of NITA Uganda.
They share an office. Some work in the day, some at night. What they have in common: focus, dedication. That's what makes them champions. They also share something else: the reward of being one. The official beer of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Not for persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
MTN voice bundle. Ay. Load. Hey. Hello, Mama. Hey, it is me, your son, Opio. Hey, now, Mama, listen to me. MTN has the offer. Yes, it has the offer. You load from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Now they have free MTN to MTN minutes. And those minutes are there all day. So you load, you'll thank me later. Hey, Mama.
Load an MTN voice bundle between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. and get 3 free MTN to MTN minutes valid all day. Dial *100 *21# and get your free minutes bully daily. Free or fire with free minutes from MTN. Together, our connection is unstoppable. MTN.
We take you to Masaka City, where the resident city commissioner, Ahmada Washaki, has warned beneficiaries of the PDM program against defaulting on government funds. While meeting Masaka City agents to discuss loan recovery, he says there is poor loan recovery, which threatens the sustainability of the program.
Money into agricultural projects.
The parish development model is Uganda's flagship poverty alleviation initiative, targeting 3.5 million households to participate in the money economy. Previous government poverty eradication programs faced challenges, including weak supervision, high administrative costs, inadequate technical support, and limited financial literacy among beneficiaries. Despite challenges in some areas, several beneficiaries in Masaka City hail PDM for transforming their lives.
I had my project, but it was a bit small. Then I got the money from PDM. Now it is like a year and a half. So it helped me to improve on the business. I had 500 laying. With now I have like 1,500 birds laying, and I have like 500 which are in our state chick of about 1 month. I'm earning. The project has helped me to pay school fees, because now I have like 5 children.
Lilian Alum of Utego village invested her funds in piggery.
Nagula embizi bbiri, emu yazadde erina abaana 6, kati nina embizi 8. Obusa obuvaamu nina omusiri gw'emmwanyi wali waggulu. Obubi obuvaamu ngenda mmwanyi ne ngusinirako ekinnya ne mbuteeka ku mmwanyi. Zino ssente zajja zituyambe, ate era embizi zituyambye ffe abamu, zituyambe.
Meanwhile, Joseph Namanda of Kusaza village used the money to expand her coffee seedling enterprise.
Nze kyenfunyemu emmwanyi bwe mba nzitunze ndabirirako ku baana n'abakozi muno mwezijja ssente ezibasasula. Nsobodde okugaziwa ne nsobola n'okubaako waliwo n'akapolitiki neegulirayo. Nze nebaza President Museveni, nzeeyi wange, jjajja wange, ebirungi byatukoledde. Tujje nnyo mu bwavu, sinze nze kane buli muntu yafuna ssente za PDM ng'azikozesezza bulungi, atujunye nnyo, atujje nnyo mu mbeera embi.
The implementation of the parish development model funds is introduced within PDM circle structures. Masaka City RCC Ahmada Washaki has met the PDM agents but was concerned over the loan repayment.
Those who got money, please pay back, because that money is your money. It is not anyone's money. It's not Museveni's money. It's not RCC's money. It is your money. And I call upon those ones who benefit from these loans to invest them in the enterprises which you are praised of.
He urged town agents, parish chiefs and local leaders to intensify community sensitization. Officials say the reforms will improve loan recovery.
We, the implementers, have not always taken our offices to be in the field. Because as a town administrator, if you are given a ward, like either in Nyendo or Chimanya Kabonera, your office is in that particular ward.
We already engaged the youth in other programs to make sure that the recoveries are made in the previous funds that we disbursed to youth. Leave alone PDM, because we must work. They are all government programs. The new leadership that we are going to get is going also to help, because at first, being the first launch of PDM and the leadership that we got, we believe they were lacking some information, and this information that is coming, it is going to help us to work with our technical team to recover the funds.
Now, school administrators have called for increased government support to enable them deliver hands-on learning. They say the new lower secondary curriculum has challenges of inadequate training equipment and limited resources to facilitate practical learning.
With the need to address youth unemployment, the government introduced a competency-based curriculum that incorporates vocational and practical skills training alongside academic learning. The curriculum has enabled learners to acquire employable skills before completing school, with some students already using the skills gained to generate income and contribute towards their school fees.
We are also thanking God for the Department of Vocational Skills which we are having in this school at Wampe Secondary School. Our UCE students, those are the O-level students, by the time they leave this school, they leave with the 2 certificates. They leave with the usual certificate of UNEB that is given after 4 years. But in their 3rd year, while they are still in senior 3, we present them for vocational skills training, and today we have been celebrating with them.
However, they note that effective implementation remains a challenge due to inadequate equipment, limited instruction materials, and insufficient funding to support practical training.
But we are also calling upon government that in this endeavor of ensuring that we provide hands-on practice and experience to our students, we need more equipment that can aid our students to do well in terms of vocational training.
The appeal was made during the school's graduation ceremony for students who successfully completed hands-on training programs, as well as a Thanksgiving service held to celebrate 60 years of nurturing learners and equipping them with practical skills. The Thanksgiving service was led by the Bishop of Namirembe Diocese, Right Reverend Moses Banja, who also confirmed more than 70 Christians. The Bishop urged Christians to remain steadfast in observing 10 commandments and to embrace the biblical teaching of loving one another.
When you have the capacity, you have the resources that can help others. Share, learn to share. Work together as brothers and sisters. Help each other. Even you, among you students, as you study here, as you work hard, there are those of you who might be a little weak. But it's very, very important to work together.
The Bishop also applauded the government for introducing the new competency-based curriculum, noting that it is equipping learners with practical skills that can enable them to become self-reliant and productive members of society. Bishop Obanja further condemned the growing cases of mob justice and murders reported in different parts of the country, saying such acts undermine the sanctity of human life and contradict Christian values.
We need to be able to follow our God, who is the author of love. When he loved, he sacrificed. Let us continue to sacrifice to others like he did, if we are true followers of God.
During the graduation ceremony, students received certificates in various vocational programs, including computer applications, bakery and cookery, knitting, electronics mechanics, motor vehicle mechanics, food and nutrition, hairdressing, art and design, plumbing and poultry keeping. Amwai Vanjuko and Kenneth Tanaba for UBC.
Women entrepreneurs in Ginger City have received comprehensive business management training under a partnership between Enterprise Uganda and the Grow Project to address challenges facing women-owned businesses. Take a look.
The training focused on strengthening entrepreneurial skills, improving financial decision-making, and promoting business sustainability.
Okay. You are not dead, that means you have time. You are not dead. If you are alive, we give you 24 hours.
Participants were encouraged to diversify their sources of income.
Just calling the people of Busoga to take the knowledge that they have been provided with to go and utilize it in their communities.
Facilitators urged women to explore alternative business opportunities such as value addition, agribusiness, retail trade, poultry farming, and small-scale manufacturing.
It will have enabled you to start doing something that we call an asset that is way beyond collateral called land. Use the Grow Project to build up your banking history.
Participants were guided to identify viable business opportunities, understand customer needs, manage finances, and develop strategies that support enterprises to be profitable.
Number two, let no entrepreneur imagine that there is only one source of capital. Very, very common to imagine that for me to get capital, there must be a donation somewhere. Wrong. For me to get capital, there must be a loan somewhere, and that's the only route I can go there. Wrong again. So there are so many ways of making or getting capital into your business.
As women, we believe that we are going to benefit. Now, one of the things that I've gotten from here is how we save and how we do our things.
I've understood that we have to keep records, and I've understood that we have to keep our customers.
Tebo and Benon Mokwaya, UBC.
Leaders in the Acholi sub-region have started improving household incomes to transform communities from a subsistence economy to a money economy. Now, the Member of Parliament, Lamour County Johnson Kezeki Anyeko, donated his first parliamentary salary to support community economic empowerment.
During the 2026 general election campaign, poverty was identified as one of the region's biggest challenges. Nyeko says his interactions with the residents during the campaign inspired him to pledge his first salary towards fighting poverty.
This is the money that formed a circle in the arch-dictionary of Lamour.
The MP has fulfilled the pledge by donating 10 million shillings to Lamour Arch-Dictionary Circle to support income-generating activities among local communities.
It is through our Honorable Kezeki Anyeko who have come today in our church. He has given money to open the account so that after many people will get shares. When they get the shares, you also get the opportunity to borrow. When you borrow money, you begin your investment in what you want to do.
Nyeko told UBC TV that many families in Lamour face economic hardship, so the community-based financial initiative could improve livelihoods.
I have a vision because I'm an international man and a national man in the first place, a patriot. And I have other patriotic Ugandans
who are going to stand with me. They are very powerful here in the government, including the president. He's very patriotic and he loves everyone. He wants prosperity for all. And I really wish His Excellency to come and launch this circle, because the people are determined, they are ready to give everything so that, you know, they add in onto the EMIOGA and PDM, so something tangible should come.
Leaders of Lamu Archdeaconry Circle noted that the funds will strengthen saving and lending services, support small businesses.
So we want to be so faithful to this circle and put all the principles of managing finance in place. We shall be having consultations given to the district commercial officer.
Reverend Willie Olang, the Archdeaconry leadership, urged beneficiaries to utilize the fund responsibly to support their families and contribute to community development.
The church has a structure and has a system that is now well established. We have a structure right from top to bottom which handles finances. And this is going to be one of the first Archdeaconry circles to start. We expect the members, as you have seen, with their executive, and they will liaise with the diocese and fit within the structure. 1. 2, the outcome will be total transformation in the lives of our people, where we want to fight poverty at household level, and we have a whole department in the diocese called Household and Community Transformation, purposely set to enhance household capacity and make sure that our community is transformed.
Nyeko pledged to promote unity and development across the region.
I have never planned anything that failed. So I have a big vision for this circle of the Archdeaconry, and I'm yet to launch for the Catholic Church. And this is how I believe the congregation can come up. If people corrupt PDM money in other sectors, we have really Christians who are inspired by the Holy Spirit, who will protect this money. And I would like His Excellency to think twice. Go through religious places, through Muslims, through Christians, through the Catholics, through the Anglican. We will make your work succeed, Your Excellency.
In other news, a groundbreaking home-based learning program by Sense International Uganda is transforming the lives of children with complex disabilities. Families once told their children could never learn are now witnessing them transition into mainstream schools. Education experts and advocates at Sense International Uganda call for increased investment in inclusive education to allow many children with disabilities remain in school.
For most children, education begins with walking to school. But for children living with deaf-blindness and other complex disabilities, that journey often begins with barriers including silence, isolation, and years of exclusion. For many families in rural Uganda, disability has long been misunderstood. But in Mayuge district, a revolution is changing the narrative. Children with complex disabilities have multiple challenges. Many remain hidden at home. Even schools don't have the support they need.
Initially, these children have been neglected, unloved, seen as if there is no future in them.
For every disability is a child with untapped potential. Sense International Uganda introduced a community-based home learning model for children with complex disabilities.
The home-based learning approach helps to bring the services closer to them in an environment that is familiar to them, where the caregivers are able to participate and support them. So it helps to prepare them for transition to the nearest school.
For children with deaf-blindness, communication is often the biggest challenge. Without access to sight and hearing, understanding the world becomes difficult. Teachers have received specialized training to support learners at home and in school.
Yeah, so we train the teachers in tactile communication, use of touch, so that teacher chooses the kind of content that fits the child and uses the methods that fit the child.
Learning begins with simple steps, recognizing touch, understanding routines, building confidence, but also discovering that learning is possible. The model is transforming learners. Creating inclusive education requires systems that respond to the realities of children with complex disabilities. Sense International Uganda partnership with National Curriculum Development Center has adapted learning for children who are often left out.
The content that is in the community-based education curriculum is so flexible. The parent who is looking after this learner can be taken through, and this parent can use it.
The collaboration between Sense International Uganda and the National Curriculum Development Center has produced adapted learning materials, caregiver guides, instructor manuals, and vocational training packages.
We have developed many materials that are being used in schools, and we have also monitored and witnessed some improvement to these learners. These learners, much as they are deaf-blind, they can do something hands-on. So we came up with vocational courses, 7 of them. We have the horticulture, we have the beverage and snacks.
For many parents, such transformation has reached them. Acceptance, replacing fear.
This program has also helped in that many children have learned the many skills that they are trained at home, and they have transited to school. So you find that many children have now joined the schools.
Perhaps the greatest transformation is inside the home. Parents who once felt hopeless are beginning to see possibility. Children who are once isolated are now participants in family life.
Kubanga n'okwemera yitayemera batukaba nkati ayenda kagaali kakano yakavuga kubanga chansi bwe yanamba yavuga kagaali yako yatandika okutambula.
Nsiimira irala mu byonna byonna kitongole kya Sense omulimu gwe kitukozeemu n'okutugemesaako ife beene twali twaweesa ssuubi amazima galingi olw'abaana bano be tulina obulemu ng'ow'omulingirirawo obona ng'ali kumena ali kuzitoowerera.
As children gain confidence and foundational skills at home, many begin transitioning into mainstream schools, a milestone once thought impossible.
But due to this continuous support and the exercises done, the activities left for the parents to do have helped these children to change. Others can utter some words, others can even talk, now others can even walk. So that is the impact created, and that has helped them even to transit from home to school.
Inclusion is changing classrooms and changing attitudes. The impact is beyond individual learners. Communities that once stigmatized disability have become places of acceptance.
So it has sensitized the parents to know that disability doesn't mean sickness. It has helped parents to learn the different skills that they need to support their children.
One child empowered is a family transformed and community changed. Yet, despite the progress, many children with complex disabilities still remain unreached to provide them an opportunity to learn.
There is need to have more teachers trained to be able to support these learners better. If we got more funding, maybe teaching assistants could continue helping the children.
The development partners, of course, they come to support. And when it comes to learners with special needs, we need you more.
Education begins with opportunity. Inclusion begins with belief. And transformation begins when every child is supported to thrive. Innovative partnerships, dedicated teachers, committed parents, and the support of development partners has helped children discover their potential. So for every child reached, many more are still waiting.
In sports, Tusker Light has joined runners and fitness enthusiasts in welcoming home Uganda's Comrades Marathon participants during the monthly Kampala-Entebbe run held under the team Matoke.
The Kampala Entebbe Run celebrated more than 60 Ugandan athletes who took part in the 99th edition of the Comrades Marathon in South Africa on June 14th. This year's race, known as the Up Run, covered approximately 86 kilometers from the Durban City Hall to the Hollywood Bates Scottsville Racecourse in Pietermaritzburg. Almost all the Ugandan participants successfully completed the demanding ultramarathon. During the Kampala Entebbe Run, athletes shared personal testimonies and reflected on the resilience recovered to conquer one of the world's most prestigious endurance races.
This is not just a run, but I see it as something that is a motivation for people. It tests people's resilience, it tests your patience, it tests your faith.
It's one of those races that makes you consider your life, really. You have enough time to think about yourself and what you do, other than it being challenging. The training, but most of all the discipline that is required to actually do the race.
So we're here, as you know, Team Atoka, we run from Lubowa to Kampala to Entebbe monthly, every second Sunday of the month. So today is the third because we had colleagues who did comrades over the weekend, so we had to push it to this weekend. Otherwise, we do run every second Sunday of the month. So everyone is open. Registration usually is 20,000. That helps us with the logistics, as you can see.
The partnership in both the Kampala Run and the Comrades Marathon forms part of Tascalite's ongoing commitment to promoting active, social and vibrant lifestyles through sport and community engagement. The runners used the Comrades Marathon and this Kampala Entebbe Run as preparation for the 5th edition of the Tascalite Mount Rwenzori Marathon set for August 22nd in Kasese. The Tascalite Mount Rwenzori Marathon has gained international recognition as a label-reared race and is listed on the World Athletics calendar, while also serving as an official qualifier for the Comrades Marathon.
And with that, our news bulletin tonight comes to an end. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Maureen Babirye. We wish you a lovely night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped.